Tactics of the minister. Akbar was a very famous ruler of North India. He was from the dynasty of Mughal. His empire stretched along almost all over India. He was a great king, and his period is considered to be a golden period of Mughal administration. He loved all the people alike without considering the distinctions between the religions. There was no distinctions between the religions. He encouraged art and architecture very much, especially Indian art and literature. He had decorated his royal court with many great poets and musicians. Birbal was his chief minister. Birbal was a very intelligent man. More than that, he was a quick-witted person. He had an answer for every confusing and puzzling puzzle. In all the critical situations, the king sought for the help of Birbal. He had that much confidence in him. Akbar loved Birbal very much. One day, a convoy from Persia came to the royal court of Akbar. He had held a letter in his hand. He handed over the letter to the king. It was from the emperor of Persia. It read as, I am the king of Persia. Herewith this letter, a sheep is sent after. Treat and feed it as good as possible. But one condition, the weight of the sheep must not increase or decrease. It must always be stagnant as it is just now. When 3 months will be over, send back the sheep with the convoy. If there happens any change in weight, I will attack your country. The king became confused excessively. About this time, Birbal was not present in the court. All the other members of the court put forward their suggestions, but none of them was acceptable because they all were unreasonable. When a hot discussion was going on over this matter, Birbal entered the court. The king wanted Birbal to find out a very suitable solution to this problem. Birbal said, without much thought, Your Majesty, tie the sheep to a stump very safely in the barn, and also two fiercely looking large and cruel wolves must be tied to 2 other stumps on each side of the sheep, but they must not get at the sheep. This will help the sheep keep its weight stationary. How can it help us? The king asked Birbal, interfering him. Birbal said, the sheep will be between 2 predators. Sometimes they will grow and grin at the sheep, and it will frighten it every time. That is, the sheep will always be in the thought of death. So, whatever the nutritious food may be, the fear of death will not let the sheep fatten. The king felt it to be very relevant. He did as Birbal suggested, and at last the result was exactly as was expected. All the courtiers appreciated Birbal for his wisdom.